What's up, Budget Billers? My name is Trail, better known as Budget Bill, and this is your fourth stimulus check update and stimulus package update for Tuesday, June the 1st. Wow, that came fast. What's going on, everyone? I hope all of you had an amazing holiday weekend, even though it appears that majority of states all over was raining yesterday. I know it poured down here in Texas with lots of flooding everywhere. But on a brighter note, I do have some good news for our seniors, which is good to hear considering not much has been offered lately for our seniors and our Social Security recipients. But I do have some good news about free food for low-income seniors in all 50 states. I also have an update on the fourth stimulus package that could be offering reoccurring stimulus checks. We just continue to get more and more support every day of supporting the reoccurring stimulus checks. We are just waiting on President Biden to pull the trigger. And today is June 1st, and the $300 unemployment boost is coming to an end in some states. I'm going to tell you exactly which ones end today and later this month. And if you are interested, I have a quick update on Bitcoin and crypto, so you want to make sure that you stay until the end. But before we get started, if this is your first time to the channel, hey, welcome and glad to have you. On this channel, we talk about finance, real estate, credit cards, Bitcoin and crypto, and stimulus update news. So if you're interested in any of those, go ahead and hit the subscribe button for me. That way you can join our community. Also, if you end up liking the content in this video or even laughing at one of my jokes, then be sure to like this video. Other than that, guys, hey, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Okay, guys, are we getting closer to getting additional stimulus checks or even reoccurring stimulus checks? Well, a group of lawmakers are requesting that reoccurring stimulus and automatic unemployment benefits be issued in the next stimulus plan. Congressman Jimmy Gomez and Congresswoman Gwen Moore led 5 of their Ways and Means Committee colleagues in asking President Biden to include reoccurring direct payments and automatic unemployment insurance in the Americans Families Plan. They said that reoccurring direct payments have broad, bipartisan support from both the general public and economic experts, and stimulus checks issued through the CARES Act, the Year-End Spending Bill, and the American Rescue Plan Act, along with the enhanced federal UI benefits, proved to be the most effective but temporary forms of direct relief during the pandemic. Congressman Gomez said,
"The success of the American Rescue Plan, combined with direct financial assistance in the CARES Act and prior federal legislation, is evident in communities nationwide. But we can't pretend that a $1,400 check will be enough to last a year, and we need to be prepared with a strengthened safety net should a similar economic crisis strike again." Tying recurring direct cash payments and federal unemployment benefits to the country's economic conditions not only makes sense, but it also shows the American people that their government is prepared to help them in the event of another economic catastrophe. I look forward to working with President Biden to ensure we can deliver these 2 critical economic recovery tools to uplift all American workers and their families.
And then Congresswoman Moore said,
"Survival checks and unemployed benefits reduced the misery index during this pandemic, but families are still feeling its impact. Tying these benefits to economic conditions, rather than arbitrary political timelines, would help us maintain relief for Americans still struggling with how to keep their kids fed, pay bills, and keep a roof over their heads, lifting up Americans and help create a truly equitable economic recovery."
So, according to the group of lawmakers, they said that $1,400 stimulus checks issued from the American Rescue Plan would keep 11 million people out of poverty this year, while a 4th and a 5th stimulus check could keep an additional 12 million Americans out of poverty as well. Now, 67% of adults reported that the most recent stimulus check was important to their financial well-being, but 60% also reported that those checks will last them less than 3 months, which we obviously understand that. Now, President Biden recently came out after the latest jobs report and stated that the report was weak and disappointing, and as a result of it, it shows that more stimulus is needed. Biden knows how providing more stimulus aid will continue to help those in need and still struggling. It will prevent millions of Americans from falling into poverty, as well as keeping food food on the table and roofs over their heads. But even though Biden knows that more stimulus is needed and he knows that he really wants to provide the necessary funding to help Americans, he continues to want to get bipartisan support from the Republicans, which continues to bite him in the you-know-what every time. Every time we think that the Republicans are willing to compromise and make the necessary changes for the people of America, it backfires in President Biden's face. Other progressives continue to warn Biden that waiting on Republicans to make a move could cause issues in the election next year and potentially causing the Democrats to lose seats if Biden does not do the right thing that's needed right now for the American people. Bernie Sanders even came out and said that what happens that we continue to spend week after week, month after month negotiating with Republicans who have little intention of addressing the serious crisis facing the working families in this country. Which we all know that Bernie Sanders is a bull about all of this. Bernie Sanders wants to take the opportunity right now and use the tools and the ammunition that's at their disposal to pass much needed legislation to help the American people. Biden knows that they can and they just need to do it, but they're waiting on President Biden, and they have urged Biden on several occasions to make it happen. So right now we still don't know any concrete word on whether we will see a fourth stimulus checks later this year, but hearing that we continue to receive more and more support for additional stimulus checks and maybe even reoccurring stimulus checks is some very good news for sure, guys. So we just are waiting on President Biden to pull the trigger to make this all happen. And speaking of stimulus checks, apparently there are a lot of stimulus checks that have been dispersed to Americans, but they still haven't been spent yet. From a report by the Boston Herald, they stated that the data shows about 1.24 million stimulus checks remain unspent from the first stimulus package, which is estimated around $1.7 billion. Now, if you don't remember, those checks was about $1,200 per household. Now, an interesting fact is California is leading the country with about 123,000 stimulus checks that are left unspent, and Florida has about 92,000 checks as well. And then we also have Texas, New York, and Pennsylvania are in the top categories of states with unspent stimulus checks. Now the question is, why are these people not cashing their checks? I mean, if they want to send it to Budget Bill, go right ahead. Well, in this article that I'm reading, they stated that these checks are for either people who refuse to accept the stimulus checks, some that actually paid the money back, and some that just never cashed the checks. I think that it's interesting to know that someone who didn't really need the money, which means that they were perhaps well off, didn't cash their checks. So why did they even qualify to receive a check in the first place? That's a question for the IRS. And now for the rest of the struggling families out there who could really use the money, have to sit back and know that the government sent checks to people who don't need it and refuse to cash them. Yes, there's got to be something wrong with this picture, guys. Do y'all agree with me? I mean, I wish perhaps that they could take that $1.7 billion and redistribute it to other Americans who really need the money right now the most, or perhaps even sending it to our seniors and our Social Security recipients. They could really use that money right now. I'm sure you guys would agree. And speaking of our seniors, the Commodity Supplemental Food Program, or the CSFP, is used to benefit older people by helping supply food to their homes. This program is known for serving seniors with monthly food packages. I see an article here that states that they are expected to distribute food for low-income seniors on June the 9th. This is specifically referring to Scottsville in Michigan. But I think this article is important because the CSFP is available in all 50 states. The program is funded through the USDA and designed to supplement the diets of senior citizens 60 and older with income at or below 130% of the poverty level. They will be providing food boxed containing nutrition items such as shelf-stable milk, non-fat dry milk, canned fruits, low-sodium canned vegetables and canned meats, poultry and fish, as well as cheese, pasta or rice, cereal, dry beans or peanut butter, and 100% juice. And also in Kansas, the CSFP will be providing boxes of food for seniors as well in certain counties there. But like like I said, that you must enroll and qualify to receive the food box. If you're interested, I will include a link down below so that you can get more details about this program in your current state, as well as you can apply for it. Also, that link will be down below in the description. And last but not least, everyone should know that the weekly unemployment boost of $300 that was extended in the Americans Rescue Plan is slowly coming to an end in multiple states. So far, I believe it is about 26 states that are ending this weekly benefit. And as of today, June 1st, Indiana is stopping as of today. But they're not the only state ending this month in June. The other states that are ending is Virginia, Montana, Alaska, Iowa, Mississippi, Missouri, Alabama, Idaho, Indiana, New Hampshire, North Dakota, West Virginia, Wyoming, Arkansas, Georgia, Texas, Ohio, Oklahoma, South Dakota, Utah, and South Carolina. So that right there alone is 21 states total that are ending the $300 federal unemployment boost this month in June. The other states will be ending it sometime in July. And then real quick, guys, I wanted to provide a Bitcoin crypto update for you. It seems yesterday that our crypto coins seem to have found a bottom, which means that we're probably at the lowest point before it goes back up again after the massive sell-off over the past couple of weeks. So this might be a good entry or buying opportunity for some of you that are maybe interested. I actually told a few of my friends over the weekend that if you have $100 to spare, place it on either Bitcoin or either Ethereum and check it in 5 years. That $100 can literally turn into $500 by the end of this year. I ended up adding some more Bitcoin and Ethereum myself late on Saturday night before they actually bounce. And as of last night, it seems that the bounces have been holding up pretty steady so far. And also Dogecoin appears to have found a bottom as well. But that's more of a riskier coin in comparison to Bitcoin and Ethereum. But you can make money with all three of them, guys. And actually, the Rich Dad Poor Dad author, Robert Kiyosaki, said that cryptocurrencies are providing a great buying opportunity, especially with them being down more than 50% of their all-time highs. Now, if people were willing to pay $60,000 for Bitcoin, they sure won't have a problem in paying $35,000 for it right now. Anyways, guys, how many of you own some form of crypto coins right now? Go ahead and comment down below and let me know what you are actually investing in. But anyways, guys, other than that, hey, this has been another fourth stimulus check update and crypto news update for today. If you enjoyed any of this information or found it to be useful, be sure to hit the like button for me. It definitely helps out a lot, and it also tells YouTube to share this video with others. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button for me so that you can be a part of this community, and hit the notification bell to be notified of each new video. Again, as always, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.